Hello again, it's chore time. Chickens are going in. Here, I'm kind of make everybody dizzy as I walk around. Alright, so the reason I like to do it walking around is it's kind of just reality, you know? Like for those people who have extraterrestrial friends or family that hang around with them, what does it feel like? There's a chicken, there's the rest of the chickens. Oh, it's all time to, yes, it's time to go in. It's time to go in. I know. So, what does it feel like, right? When he's here. So we're talking about Eeka. I can feel him. What does it feel like? It feels like a man. It feels like a large. He's probably over 6'2". I'm 5'2", so anybody over 6 feet is big to me. So, it just feels like a man following you around, and it's a really strong presence. It's hard to ignore. So some of you have probably already felt this, but yeah, and we just chat and telepath. So he doesn't have to be here in a physical body. They're not doing that yet, and he's not allowed because he's in the Air Force. So they aren't allowing the ETs to meet with their families, and we did try to do that. I think I mentioned that before, though it might have been on YouTube. Last year we tried to meet in person, which was not a great idea, but he wanted to do it, and it ultimately, if we didn't, I don't know how we would have really pulled it off, to be honest. But yeah, you just go about your day as you would with anybody else, a spouse or friends that you, hey there, chickies, that you live with, and you just feel their presence and you have a conversation. There's things that he wants to help me with, like if I'm carrying something heavy, I know I can feel that he would want to carry it for me, things like that. A hell Pleiadian men, and I can't speak for all of them, there's probably millions or billions of them, I don't know per se. There's Henry complaining, but they're very protective, and they have a oh God, the way they really love the women that they have in their family. This is something that we do back at my home. As I said, I'm a walk-in, so I'm a hell Pleiadian woman. That Eeka is my husband, and I star-seeded through the programs, the Confederation programs, to come to Earth to help with the shift. But I'm not a star seed. I'm a walk-in, and I'll explain a little bit more about that in some other videos. But yeah, you feel them, and you just kind of quiet your mind, and you telepath in the communication. Oh, there's Jesse. So he loves animals. He loves the chickens. I can feel this almost childlike glee when they're around. He loves to be with them. It's relaxing. He has a really stressful job working with the Special Forces Air Force. They have a division for extraterrestrials, and it's pretty stressful. And I'll show a video of what he was showing me where he was in a helicopter, which he really liked being in a helicopter. I can't say they, I know he likes technology, like planes and cars and all that kind of stuff. It was funny, one day he was showing me they were going on I have like zero understanding of military terms, but they were going on there is Jacob. Mr. Jacob. As I said, this is real life here. This is what a lot of people are trying to understand in their life, or a lot of people already understand it. When you have a spouse or a best friend who's not an Earth human, but they're from another planet, and they're trying to connect with you and live life with you in this weird kind of astral way, I suppose, and this quantum entangled astral, whatever you want to call it. But I always remind people, it's not less than, it's just the way it is. And I did a video, I'm loading it up on YouTube, where Eeka and I both went home, and both of us in the astral. ETs go in the astral all the time. It's just humans that seem to have an issue with it, like somehow it's not real, or it's less than, or whatever. They don't see that way at all. So we went up there, and I said, we both together were like, well, when are we ever going to be together, like physically, in this particular time space, whatever you want to call it? Because there's all kinds of there's different, dimensions of existence, and there's no such thing as as time, and it's the past, present, future, and all your lives and all that kind of thing, and you can access that through the Akashic records anytime, of course. But yeah, like it would be nice, right, to experience this particular now together outside of the astral. And they said, yeah, it'll happen, and it will happen. But right now we're fine, right? This is perfect. This is wonderful. There's nothing wrong with experiencing time together. Oh, there's Michelle in the astral. And you can talk to them, and you can share things with them. Like right now, Eeka and I are planning some more podcasts where he's going to be interviewing. He's going to do the interviewing of some folks that I know, some friends of mine, and he's all excited. So I'm writing down all the questions. So just in case he's working when we're going to be doing the podcast, I have the questions that he wants to ask our friends. So he's going to be playing journalist, which is cute. And it's not going to be fake news. It's real news. Yeah. So you will just feel the person around you. And then listen to the different things that might be coming into your head. And this is telepathy. So some of it will be words, and you may or may not hear their voice. I hear his voice. But I also feel his emotions. So you start to feel things that are not yours, and it's pretty obvious. I always tell people, just be careful. This whole idea of imagination, and this whole idea of like you hear voices in your head and that's a bad deal and blah, blah, blah. It's not. That's all, I'm going to be honest, cabal, deep state, whatever, brainwashing to make you not understand reality. They just don't want you to believe reality because that's how they control you. So this is me speaking as a walk-in at this point. Like, yeah, reality is that the stuff you're hearing in your head, the impressions that are put there are real. It's quantum entanglement. They're not yours. They come from somebody else, and that is how telepathy works. Every human being can do telepathy. You've just been brainwashed, or sometimes even fear. I mean, I think you got religions that tell you, oh, you don't want to do this, blah, 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 for all kinds of made-up reasons that they give you. It's all fake. I'm going to be honest. A lot of people beat around the bush. I'm not. It's fake. It is fake. The voices that you're getting from your friends are from your friends. So that's how it feels. It's really lovely. And we'll relax together. We'll do attunement meditations together. We'll watch TV together, anything like that. He wants to drive my truck. He's going to be able to do that. But right now he has to kind of astrally sit in the passenger. So sometimes he'll basically channel me through his body so I can see what he's seeing when they're doing. I shouldn't say this on the. I can't. Yeah, he's like, yeah, wait a minute, wait a minute. Yeah, right. I don't want to get you in trouble. So yeah, sometimes when he's off duty, there you go. Right. Yeah. Or other things from back home, he'll show me through his eyes, and he'll take me into his body, and I can feel like I'm in his body, which is kind of neat to be tall for once. But and I'll let him kind of come through me. He can see through my eyes. So when we're walking through the yard, he sees everything, and he hears everything that I see and hear, and he feels what I feel. So we feel each other's bodies, basically. That's telepathy. That's it's a form of mind reading, a form of body reading. So this is where we're all headed to. So I always tell people, might as well do it now. Everybody wants to do ET contact. Well, you're going to have to learn how to do this. And you're going to have to learn how to block your mind. That's one thing people notice about me. Watch our time here, because this TikTok only gives you so many minutes. Michelle. It's this rooster singing the song of his people. So I can block my mind. And there'll be a lot of humans who notice that. They're like, oh, I come across, and I'll talk about how I see things and how I process. It's fairly different. The way I feel things, the way I sense things. So I can block my mind, and most humans find that uncomfortable because they can't feel anything off of me. But that's something that you do with telepathy, because you don't always want to be Jesse broadcasting. Jesse's broadcasting right now. You don't always want to be broadcasting information to people. So here he is. Jesse, you're going to sing for everybody? Yep. Look at that. Oh, animals are just magical, aren't they? So yeah, we are running out of time here. And onward and upward, and we'll see everybody later on. Okay, bye.